Hey everybody, welcome to the Mana Leek. I'm John as always, and have a bit of a first look here for you today of Valor's Reach, the new CCG that's been launched, soft launched in Nordic countries, and presumably will be over in other parts of the world before too long. It's a brand new CCG made by Seismic Games, and it's something else, I gotta tell you. It's very, very, very Hearthstone-y. We'll get into a game in a quick second here, but it is Magic the Gathering pasted on top of Hearthstone. It's very much a CCG. There's deck building components. You play your creatures, play your spells, but it's very Hearthstone-y with no instants, and your planeswalkers have abilities that you may get to use each turn and stuff like that. You can see over in the store they have all of their economy stuff already built in, where you can buy packs and gems and coins. Your coins can be used to buy singles. It looks like maybe you get a free single each day. I got this single for free, and it refreshes every few hours, so you can't just buy any single. You have to check the store to see what singles are in there. You can buy packs for gems, you can buy gold for gems, you can buy gems for cash money. Over in the deck builder, you can see that we have all of these various cards, like a personal trainer who's a 2/1 for 2. With Debut. Debut is enter the battlefield, but it has a mechanic now, so give one of your other creatures +1/+1. But we're not going to go too deep into the deck builder, because I haven't gone too deep into the deck builder. We're just going to play a game with Chandra here, and you guys can see what the gameplay of this game is like. I will say I've only played a few games of this, plus all the tutorial. I don't know how much I'll play of it. I have real issues of keeping different card game rule sets in my head at once, which is why I've never been able to play Hearthstone or Eternal or anything. And this is a very different game. It's not Magic. It looks like Magic, but it's not Magic. So we are Chandra, and we're going to be fighting against Gideon. Big ol' Saturday morning cartoon Gideon here. And we're going to see how it goes. So you randomly get chosen if you're going to play or draw first. And you get a kind of a cool mulligan decision. It's, again, very Hearthstone-y. So we're playing second, so we get to keep 4 of these cards. So we're going to keep a good curve. We're going to keep Shock, which you probably know. It's a 1-mana spell that does 2. Raging Goblin, a 2/1 with haste that can't block. Molten Misstep is a trick. Tricks are like secrets. We'll also keep this. Tricks are like secrets in that they trigger when your opponent does something or when something happens, but unlike secrets, you don't cast them and leave them there. You have to just hold up mana, and if the trigger happens, it automatically happens. So Gideon here played a 2/2, and that's about it. I guess we may as well do the aggro life. So we played our 2/1. We get 1 mana every turn, just like Hearthstone. We also have a mana coupon, because we're playing second, just like the coin, we get an extra mana should we want. And we're going to play that aggro life and just smash in here with the 2/1. Unlike Hearthstone, our opponent decides if they block or not. Gideon here decided to block. I don't know if this is asynchronous or not. I don't know if we're actually playing with Future Fawn 870470 or if it's AI playing. My instinct is that it's AI playing them. So they played a 1/3 flyer, Silverwing Griffin. So I guess we... So Molten Misstep. When you are attacked, deal 4 damage to a random attacking creature. If we want to trigger this, we have to have 2 mana. So I'm actually going to pass the turn here, so you guys can see how this works. Presumably, Gideon's going to attack us with that 1/3. That's going to automatically trigger, yeah, there we go, Molten Misstep, and the bird dies. Gideon played a 2/2. When it debuted, it healed yourself or one of your creatures for 3 health. Damage does stay on creatures, just like Hearthstone. So we've got a 2/4 that whenever I cast a spell, I deal 1 damage to your opponent. I like me a Gutter Snipe, so we're going to play Gutter Snipe. Pass that turn. Your Planeswalkers do have abilities that you can use, so if we click Chandra, you see that currently we have Scorch, deal 2 damage to an enemy. And starting on turn 4, you have a 20% chance of having that ability. Then if you didn't get it, you get a 40, 60, 80, 100% chance of getting that ability, and when you get that ability and use it, that resets and keeps counting up. Gideon's coming in with their 2/4 against my 2/4. Sure, I'll block. So we're going to have 2 2/2s. So we had a 20% chance of getting that ability. We didn't get it, so now next turn we'll have a 40% chance of getting it. So we've got 4 mana, we've got a 6/3 trample, deal 4 damage to an enemy creature. This is just a 2, no, it's a 2/2. Add a sturdy shield to your hand. Well, I don't know what that did. We could shock something. We could actually clear the board. let's just clear the board here. So we'll deal 3, which will spell sling, or whatever the hell this is called, spell cast them for 1. And then we'll shock this, which will spell cast them for another 1, and then we'll smack in for 2. That burn life is going well. So we're up to 5. We did not get our thing. Gideon didn't play anything, which says to me that Gideon's probably holding some sort of trick here. We got a 9-4 for 5, a 6-3. We got our Molten Misstep. I mean, I guess show us the trick, Gideon? No trick. Cool. So we'll just use all of our mana and drop a 9-4 and pass the turn. And it looks like Gids might be in trouble here. Debut, stun an enemy creature, so it's a 5-5 for 5. And this has been stunned, which means it can't attack or block this turn, I assume. So we could use that mana coupon to drop an 8-5 flyer, and I don't hate that plan. So we're going to use our mana coupon here, drop ourselves a 7-drop, and we are not going to slam a 2-2 into a 5-5. Gideon's up to 6 mana, drops an 0-7, drops a 2-3 flyer, comes in for 5. I'll take 5. You're not out aggroing me. Alright, so we've got some attacks here, and we just got our ability, so we can deal 2 damage to something. We can drop a 4-drop and hold up our Molten Misstep, which sounds good. So I'm going to drop our 6-3 here, and then we're going to fly in for 5 for sure, or for 8 for sure. And then I think we may as well get that 5-5 off the battlefield. So we'll slam in here. Yep, they do block with their 5-5, and they do block there as well. And so we'll just pass the turn. I hope we keep this ability. I think we keep this ability. It's the little red potion thingy above our portrait there. Destroy an enemy with power 4 or greater. And that gets a power? Well, that's dumb. Yeah, I guess we're going to block here. So that becomes a 1-1, and then we can just shock it. Debut, deal 1 damage to an enemy? Well, that sounds great to me. So we'll deal 1 to that 1-1. Oh, whenever your opponent targets one of your things, cast a 2-3. This is one of the big problems that I've had so far, is the spells happen so fast that it's so hard to keep track of what's actually happening. So they have a 2-3 and a 1-1. So I guess that defended. There's a game log of some sort you can see on the top left there, but I'm not quite sure how it works. So we'll kill that 2-2. And then we can smash on in for 8 here. They chump. That has trample, so Gideon does take some damage, takes some more damage. And I doubt they're attacking me, so we can just cast a creature there and not hold up our trick. Oh, Gideon got his ability, which is a weapon rack. Activate it to give one of your creatures +1/+1. So artifacts actually give you an icon on the side of your screen, and they have a certain number of times that you can activate them before you lose that artifact. So Gideon can activate this 3 times before it goes away. But I think Gideon dies. I think Gideon dies here. This is 15? Looks like lethal to me. Very lethal, much dead. Gideon has fallen. So Saturday morning cartoon Chandra beats Saturday morning cartoon Gideon. So we won, which means we get rewards. I think we get coins. We did. We got 100 coins. There are challenges, of course. So we get some of those things. It looks like crafting and coins there. I guess I'm just clicking those is what's happening there. Choose your next item to forge. So I can forge using forge bucks, but it doesn't tell me how many forge bucks I have. I want a mythic. Can I have a mythic? Oh, I see. I see. So I think you set, I want to make a mythic, and then your challenges add in forge bucks here. And when you hit that many, you forge the card, I suppose. So we may as well open a pack. I haven't opened a pack yet, and I appear to have gems from just starting this game. And then we can wrap up this video here. So let's buy a booster pack. Let's open that pack. We got Silent Strike. Give one of your creatures +2/+0 and Sneak. Don't know what Sneak is. Crazed Blood Thief, a 4-mana 0/3. When it enters the battlefield, steal 3 power from an enemy creature. I assume that means this gets 3 power. An Overgrown Iguana, 3/2 trample for 2. Fearsome Return. Summon the creature in your graveyard with the greatest power. That's a Liliana spell. This would be a Jace spell. A 2/2 for 2 mana constrictor. When it ETBs, raise the cost of your next card your opponent draws by 2. Armadillo Cloak, 2 power. Give one of your creatures +1/+1 and trample. Fully heal it. It's kind of what Armadillo Cloak does. So yeah, there we go. That's Valor's Reach. It's interesting. It's Hearthstone. It is Hearthstone to a T. The tricks are obviously a little different than secrets, and the power-ups that you get randomly every 1 to 5 turns are slightly different than just having it every turn but costing mana. It's interesting. I'm going to play around with it some more. It's going to release outside of Nordic countries, presumably in the nearish future, but they are doing a soft launch in Nordic countries right now. But it's a different game, and my brain doesn't hold different card games. So yeah, that's Valor's Reach. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've had a chance to give it a go. It is out there for you to get if you are in Nordic countries, or perhaps find APKs somehow. Yeah, so check that out. Let me know what you think. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, see y'all next time.